Well, hello AASL students. Tomorrow is our FA and this is a quick revision video for whatever the topics we have covered in class till now. Okay, so here first one is APGP. So we have done concepts and questions based on APGP for a number of times, but still you need to remember few key terms. Whenever question says 3 consecutive terms, or let's say first 3 terms, or let's say last 3 terms, whenever 3 consecutive terms, first 3 terms or last 3 terms words are mentioned, you need to remember either they are talking about arithmetic mean or they are talking about geometric mean. For what is the formula for arithmetic mean? It is middle term is equals to sum of last 2 terms upon 2, and geometric mean is middle term square is equals to a into c. Getting it? Now when they are saying arithmetic and geometric series ka application based questions, they can combine it with financial mathematics. Okay, when they are combining it with financial mathematics, there is a possibility that this kind of question will be asked where they will give you 2 options, let's say option A and option B, in which option A will follow arithmetic sequence and option B will follow geometric sequence. Getting it? When option A is following arithmetic sequence and option B is following geometric sequence, they will ask you to find the general term, or they'll ask you to write down the general formula. Okay, now whenever financial math ka question is involved in which we have to find geometric sequence ka formula, so for geometric sequence our common ratio ka formula is nothing but 1 plus r upon 100 k raised to power k. Okay, usually it is asked for 1 year, that's why n ka value hum yahan pe already 1 put kar dete hain. Now what is r? R is rate of interest. Now this r and this r में confuse मत होना, इसको capital R कर देता हूँ. This is our common ratio. Getting it? K is nothing but how many times a year you are going to get or earn the interest. Let's say if it says compounding thrice in a year, it means तुमको n का value, k का value 3 लेना पड़ेगा. If it says compounding semi-annually, you'll have to take k का value as 2. So this is the formula for common ratio. ठीक है? And geometric, this is how we'll get the geometric sequence, and using arithmetic sequence का formula un equals to u1 plus n minus 1 into d, we will get arithmetic sequence का formula. Okay, now इसमें वो final conclusion वाला जब answer पूछते हैं, what you need to remember whenever they are talking about conclusion, you need to plot a graph. There is a possibility this kind of question might come. You need to plot a graph. Now how you plot a graph? To plot a graph, you go to calculator. To plot a graph, you go to calculator, you go to graph. Okay, and here you will put down the value. Let's say I have an arithmetic sequence 20 plus 15x. Okay, when I put enter, it will take me to some value. Okay, I already have one graph plotted here. Let me just delete it. Okay, it still has the issue. Okay, now here I am putting the value 20 plus, let's say 15x. It will give me some graph. Okay, now this graph is not fitting in my display. So what I do, I will refit it again. I go to menu, I go to 4, I press A. When I press 4A, menu 4A, graph fits in my screen. ठीक है? Now I will again put one more equation. I'll go to menu, I'll go to graph entry edit, I'll go to function, and here I'll put down my second graph. So let's say second graph मैं put करता हूँ 20 into bracket में let's say 1.08 bracket close raised to power x. ठीक है? Enter. Now here I am getting my second graph. Again I will try and do menu 4A and see if it's fitting in. No, ठीक है. This is the best fit I'm getting right now. So I will just zoom out my graph. I will just zoom out my graph once, twice, let's say thrice. Okay, now I zoomed out my graph 3 times. Okay, I'm getting 2 points of intersection here. What these 2 points of intersection are reflecting? See, the blue line is for arithmetic sequence, which will mostly relate to simple interest, and the red line is geometric sequence, which will relate to geometric sequence, that is nothing but compound interest. ठीक है? That is nothing but compound interest. So here what we will have to do, हमको ये point of intersection find out करना पड़ेगा. Now how to find out point of intersection? You go to menu, you go to analyze graph, you go to intersection, and here let's say you are pressing and dragging it. Okay, you have to press and drag. Now see here, it is showing me point of intersection. It is showing me that is 40.5. It means what? It will take 46.5 years for compound interest to get bigger than the simple interest. In total value of compound interest will be greater than total value in simple interest. Getting it or not? This is how you'll have to solve the question. This is just the glimpse of what kind of question might come. Getting it? And this is how you do it on calculator. So I showed you steps on calculator as well. If you have not understood, you can again rewind back, take your calculator and do steps along with me. Getting it? ठीक है. Next, binomial theorem. In binomial theorem, you need to remember one thing. Whenever you are getting a question, write the general term. General term NCR a raised to power n minus r b raised to power r, and simplify. When you are writing this step, you separate your number ka terms and your variable ka terms. Whatever is given in the question, let's say in question they have given x raised to power 6, then compare your x ka general power with the given power. Here you will get r ka value, and then you put that r ka value in numbers ka form and you get the coefficient. Steps are same. You just either go straight down or you just go around way. उल्टा जाना पड़ेगा या सीधा आना पड़ेगा, दोनों में से एक टाइप का क्वेश्चन आएगा. ठीक है. Now the last one, logs. Logs तुम्हारे लिए simple है. You need to remember few properties. Log AB is nothing but log A plus B. Correct? Log A upon B is nothing but log A minus log B. Okay? And then log x raised to power m is nothing but m log x. Even if you know the properties, you need to keep them in mind, like in this direction as well as this direction. They can go both ways. ठीक है? How to solve log ka questions? You don't need to remember all the properties. Okay? You have already been given this property in your formula booklet. But what you need to remember is how to solve log ka questions. ठीक है? So always remember these points. First, you can apply these properties, maximum properties you can apply when log ka coefficient is 1 or let's say same hai. When they are same or 1, then only you can apply these properties. अगर यहाँ पे log 2 है और यहाँ पे log 1 है, you cannot directly multiply A and B. Getting it or not? Most important property for us is this. If anything is in coefficient, you take it to the power and then apply any one of these two properties. Getting it or not? Even if they are written up way down, तुमको इसको downwards, down way up follow करना पड़ेगा. If you have coefficient, you will take it to the power and then use any one of these properties. Getting it? This is the first thing. Second, if you have been given more than one log, check whether their base are same or not. If their base are not same, again you cannot use any of the property, because in logs you need their base to be same. If their base is not same but in multiple or in exponential form of each other, then convert them to exponential form and then simplify. These two hints will help you solve maximum question in logs. Getting it? What is the first hint? उनका कोएफिशिएंट 1 होना चाहिए, नहीं तो कोई भी प्रॉपर्टी अप्लाई नहीं हो पाएगा. कोएफिशिएंट 1 करने के लिए जो मल्टीप्लायर होगा लॉग के यहाँ पे, उसको हम पावर में लेके जाएंगे और फिर फर्स्ट या सेकंड प्रॉपर्टी का यूज करेंगे. सेकंड, व्हाट इफ देयर बेस इज नॉट सेम? अगर बेस ही सेम नहीं है तो पहले बेस सेम करना पड़ेगा, देन हमको ये प्रॉपर्टीज यूज करना पड़ेगा. गेटिंग इट और नॉट? दिस मच इज इनफ. इवन इफ यू नो दिस मच, whenever you are getting questions, you can solve them. You have to use the same logic. बहुत ज्यादा एक्सपेरिमेंट करने की जरूरत नहीं है. ठीक है? Apart from this, whenever you are getting question paper, first read entire question paper and mark easy, medium, tough questions. When you mark easy, medium, tough questions, solve easy questions first, then go for the medium questions and then go for the tough ones. Getting it? Follow this approach. You need to focus on your time management and your writing speed. Now you have to write down the answers, and if your writing speed is good but your handwriting is bad, still you will not get the marks. Okay? So your way of presenting answers and your time should be managed side by side. Getting it? That's it. All the very best. Let me know how it goes. Thank you.